Air Force Falcons. I have Atlanta Falcons, right. New Orleans Saints. That makes 3. It's the Thanksgiving nightcap. Saints riding a winning train 9 cars long. There's Drew Brees, Matt Ryan, and folks that have been criminally overserved on turkey. Saints opening drive, Brees, Tommy Lee Lewis, touchdown. Lewis, when undrafted, scores his 2nd career TD. Saints up 7-0, and you got to have those good free agent first-year kind of signings. Falcons get the ball. Here they go. 3rd and 2. Ryan, Julio Jones. Oh, wait. Okay, so we were going to throw to Julio in one-on-one coverage, and now we just got a big pig pile of guys trying to find it. Saints are going to recover it. Marcus Williams pokes it free, and Ryan's like, where'd that dude come from? Falcons cannot score from 3 yards out. It's 10-3 now. Brees, Saints driving, and Matty's just got the ball cap on. All you do is watch. Looking, Austin Carr. Man, there's wide open. There's Austin Carr. Guess what? Also undrafted. 2nd career TD. Saints getting production from some guys that are not usually their big namers. Ryan, going to tuck and run. Here he goes. It's a first down. Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10, New Orleans 32. Ryan, Jones on a slant. Jones picks up the first down. Tries to jump. He gets drilled there. Ball comes loose. He gets that all turned around. And as you see, bang, that comes out. We're hit up in the head and neck area. We got nothing called. Saints lead 17-3 at the half. Falcons, 2 costly turnovers down inside the 20. Here in the 3rd, 14-point lead still. Brees, Dan Arnold, another undrafted player coming through the Saints organization. I don't know who's an R&D right there, but that guy's earned his keep. Arnold's 1st career touchdown. You know what? I don't think Keith Kirkwood's gotten one yet. He's the 4th undrafted free agent to score for the Saints in this game. 1st career TD reception there. Listen, if you're open, Drew Brees decides, I'll throw it to you. I don't care who you are. You're my guy. You're wearing the black jersey. Good for you. Saints 10-1 after the 31-17 win. Brees, for him, sort of a soft night stat-wise in terms of volume, 15 of 22, 171 yards, efficient there, but the 4 touchdowns, and he now ties the NFL record with touchdown passes to 13 different receivers. That matches a mark set by Matt Ryan, who also did it back in 2016. So Brees, the 4 touchdowns on Thursday, happy fantasy owners. But you probably hadn't heard of these guys that caught him. Keith Kirkwood, he is on most rosters at 0.3%. Austin Carr, I think if you have 1%, that means like 9 guys own you. Tommy Lee Lewis, who I love on the piano, is terrific. Dan Arnold, nobody owns them. Alvin Kamara, Thomas, 0 TDs. Everybody had them on their roster.
The Hall of Fame combination of Peyton and Brees have great rhythm right now. Darren Woodson, I think he's the MVP this year. He's never won one, so it'd be cool for him to win one. It's a great thing to have.
He's deserving.
And great to have on a Hall of Fame career resume. But when you could see early the way they were able to run the ball, this would be a pretty easy night. Why were they able to run the ball so well?
Well, they've been running the ball well, especially with Mark Ingram coming back when he was off suspension. Since that day he came back, this team has been a juggernaut, and they keep you off balance with the running game. And here it is. Here's the running game. This is what they do. It's just a straight dive play. This is to start the game, basically. And they're just this is gashing you, knowing exactly what they have. And again, they put Kamara in the backfield and spread you out wide a little bit. Bam, right up the hole again. Great blocking. But this is what it sets up. It sets up plays like this. Play action. Receiver Carr blocks, then he releases, no one out there to stop him. The running game is the catalyst. That's what Sean Payton understands. He's going to run the ball at you, quick screen you, and then he's going to set you up with the big plays down the field.
31 rushes, 150 yards as a team, and again, 4 touchdown passes to 4 undrafted players by Drew Brees. What about the Saints defense? Again, the Falcons have a lot of weapons. Matt Ryan had a very good day. They hold them to 17 points. And whether it's the Chiefs or whether it's the Rams or even the Patriots, when they really get everyone back, they were scoring close to 40 a game as well. Whatever team can hold someone to 17, right? That's probably the champion. Who's they're going to be able to do that in the playoffs?
And that's what the Saints have been doing. And it's that, when they started off the season early on, when the season started, they were terrible as far as what they were trying to do. They fixed those problems.
How do you do that mid-season?
Practice. You keep on hearing the defensive back coach Aaron Glenn talking about how hard this team is practicing and how many things they're doing.
That's where you get better.
That's where you get better. And if they continue to practice hard and play hard the way they're playing right now, I don't see anybody stopping this Saints team. If they get home field advantage, they come out of the NFC.
Right, and they have that game lead over the Rams with the tiebreaker, but they do have to play the Panthers twice. Yes. I'm sure at home they should be able to take care of them. But, again, there's a couple tough challenges to go.
Division game, though.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. You really don't know. Until it's a division game, these two teams know each other. The Carolina Panthers know them extremely well, and they have them twice in 3 weeks. So it's going to be a tough game.
And I guess the Falcons, we can kind of put their season to bed now. In your mind, what's wrong there?
So many injuries. Personnel's not the same. You know, you lose guys like Keanu Neal on the defensive backside. You lose, a lot of guys, Deion Jones, inside linebacker, young talent, guys that make big-time plays. And when you don't have them and you have to match up against a team like the New Orleans Saints, it's going to be a tough sled.
Of course, you had the Cowboy highlight earlier in the show, and, of course, it's the Cowboys and Saints next, a week from tonight. It's a Thursday game. What's going to be different about Dallas? How can they possibly stay in this game? What's the secret sauce?
They got to slow it down. They got to give it to Zeke. They got to control the clock, keep Drew Brees on the sideline. And when we look at the Cowboys today, what do? They isolated Zeke, and they got him going in the running game to get the motion over here. You can spread it out a little bit. You get your wide receivers to act like it's a pass play, clear things out, make it a numbers game, block it, seal it off, and then get Zeke in one-on-one situations with the safety. They're going to have to do these type of things next week. Zeke is the catalyst, and the guy they went out and got in the trade, Amari Cooper, the big play capabilities that they have now on the outside, and you see him getting doubled here by the cornerback and the top at the safety. But watch the move here. I mean, you're talking about stopping on a dime, gets the ball, sees the ball in, stops on a dime, and take it to the house. This is the type of plays they've been missing since Dez Bryant.
Right.
This is the guy they went out and got, and they said, listen, if we're gonna succeed in this league and compete at a higher level and win the NFC East, we got to go out and get a guy that can separate and make big plays, and that's Amari Cooper. 3
straight 100-yard games for Zeke. As a safety, how does a weapon like Cooper affect the running game? Like when you played, if you knew someone had a great receiver, did that affect how much you could cheat?
Absolutely. Pulls the safety out of the box.
Okay.
Now you have to double team a guy because you don't want to give up the big play like you just saw right there. You got to double them, and now you're less one guy in the box, and that's what the Cowboys looking for. They're looking for the numbers. They want to get the numbers right, so when they run that football, they can get to that. The offensive lineman can get to that second level, and it's hard to bring down. Like you just saw Zeke in a one-on-one situation with Clinton Dix. That's a win for Zeke every time.
He got that bounce back, too. He looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay, again, we're going to hear from the Saints, again, as they're the #1 seed in the NFC. They're eating turkey on the field still. It's that time of year.
Yeah.
But we'll hear from Peyton and Brees about another performance from them. And don't forget, Woody will be here on the next Sports Center as well with fresh material.
All right, per Andy Hill's request, first NFL game of the day featured the Bears' second-string quarterback, Chase Daniel, subbing in and leading Chicago against the Lions. Daniel, eager to get on the field. All right, we're ready to go. Completes a pass to Trey Burton here in the second quarter, but it's fumbled. Lions recover, take it into Bears territory. They're sit up and looking good. We see it one more time. Deshaun Shedd punches that ball loose, and all those Hawaiian blue shirts get on it. Lions take over, and Daniel's like, listen, man, I don't play very often. Let's not turn the ball over. Lions in the red zone. Going to turn that fumble into points. 4th and 1. Matthew Stafford, that's tipped. Nick Bellor is there to make the diving catch, and so we get a first down. The drive's alive. And wasn't the best throw, but it was we had a good outcome. Lions fans very excited. 2 plays later, LeGarrette Blount absorbs some contact, sheds that fella, and powers into the end zone. Lions, first on the board.
Lions?
7-0. Lions. All right, less than a minute to play in the first half. Bears at 7-3. Daniel connecting with Taquan Mizell. Good little pitch there. Mitchie 6 points approves. Bears lead 9-7 at the half. We go into the third. Lions in the red zone. Here's old Blount again. And he just doesn't stop till he looks, and all of a sudden the grass is now blue, and I can stop. Second rushing touchdown of the day. Bears had only allowed 2 rushing scores over the first 10 games. 13-9. Fourth quarter, Daniel. Anthony Miller back to Daniel. Look at old number 4 taking over there for a first down. He even tried to give him an okie doke, tried to stutter step him. He was eventually corralled.
He's fresh.
And they get him down. 2 plays later, off play action, Daniel. Derek Cohen, that is a Purdy throw right there, huh? Chase Daniel, 230 passing yards, 2 touchdowns in this game. Later in the quarter, we're tied at 16. Stafford's got the ball. No, Eddie Jackson had this snipped out from the snap.
Oh, he did.
I mean, as soon as the guy raised his arm, he made a break on it. Eddie Jackson to the hizzy from 40 yards out. has an NFL best 5 defensive touchdowns over the last 2 seasons. Coach Ditka likes it. Nobody else has more than 2. Bears retake the lead 23-17. Stafford, 2 minutes to play. He's back down there on the 11. No, not a great route, not a great throw. One of those guys did the wrong thing. Kyle Buller's got it. 20th interception for the Bears this season, and they win 23-16.
It means a lot. It means a lot. You know, you don't know when these opportunities will come, and you just have to make the most of them. You know, 10 incompletions today, and you know, 5 or 6 of those I wish I had back. You know, but some of that has to do with timing, just not really playing with these guys. Some of it has to do with my jitters. Some of it has to do with bad throws. So I think you learn from it. You really study this film, and you move on.
That's why we have Chase. I have a great relationship with him. That's why he's here. You have no idea, especially when you don't have any reps with these guys in 2 days of walkthrough practices, how it's going to go. No matter how much experience he has in this offense, you really, truly don't know how it's going to go. And so for him to be able to come out here and do what he did, protect the football and be a leader when he needed to be a leader, I thought he did a great job.
Does it feel like a wasted opportunity against Chase Daniel?
No, I mean, Chase Daniel's an NFL quarterback. He's been around for a long time. I mean, I don't feel like it was a wasted opportunity.
Well, the Bears gave Daniel time to throw. That always helps. 13 of 22 when he had 2.5 seconds or more to throw, according to NFL's next-gen stats. And 13 completions, the most by a Bears QB this season in that situation. Trubisky averaged 16.6 attempts with 2.5 seconds to throw per game this year. It's a good outcome for them.
I love old video. 1982, Bo Jackson made one of the greatest plays in Iron Bowl history, but there are more from this great rivalry. The best of the Iron Bowl. For all our Alabama-Auburn fans out there watching SportsCenter, happy college football. All right, so the winner, 8 of the last 9 Iron Bowls, has gone on to make either the college football playoff or the BCS title game. Last year was the only exception. Alabama lost to Auburn. They went on to win the Natty. Of course, Auburn lost to UCF in the bowl game. Sean Payton's Saints win again tonight.
It helps, you know, when you know what's coming if they're one-dimensional, and that was the case tonight.
Coach, is this defense a good example of what you always like to say about confidence coming from demonstrated ability? Is that something you saw happen in the last 6 weeks or whatever?
Well, look, I think it's a good question. I think that we're constantly talking about, you know, improvement or going the other way, and I think you can think it and you can want it and hope for it, but you have to at some point demonstrate it. And when you do that, then there's actual moments where you can see a young player gain confidence because of maybe he covered a kick the right way, or maybe he fit the run the right way, and then he believes he can do it and he starts doing it over and over again. But I think that you know, we're playing better, and you know, we still got work to do, but that's encouraging.
Just a couple of weeks ago, you were saying that the red zone defense was a concern of yours, and then I think tonight you had 3 turnovers in the red zone. So
yeah, that was significant. I thought just holding them to a field goal after, you know, our turnover was a big possession.
What do you think it says about this group tonight that 4 undrafted guys have touchdowns?
I don't know. I didn't realize that. I don't think we really pay attention to it. You know, we're focused on the opponent and the plan, who's healthy, how we're going to, you know, get guys involved. You know, what are the things that they do well, and let's ask them to do those things. And you know, I think obviously Drew is someone who's very confident, you know, in the preparation and confident in the players around him. There's a lot that goes into that, and you know, all of a sudden you have a few big plays like we had tonight.
Well, on that note, Drew's thrown touchdown passes to 13 different guys this year. Just what do you think of the depth that you've shown on offense?
Well, look, it's been a lot of different players, tight ends. You know, you're always hoping to stay healthy, and yet we don't live in that world in this league, and so that's encouraging. And you know, I'm excited for those guys that got opportunities, and you know, we'll keep working to get better.
Well, you guys have so much success.
They went out. They thought they had wide receiver concerns. We'll get Des Bryant. He hurts himself. They bring in Brandon Marshall. His inactive. And so here are the four dudes that scored TDs for the Saints: Kirkwood, Carr, Lewis, Arnold. Combined, they make $1.9 million. Brees makes $1.6 million per game. But again, that sort of illustrates if you got the right guy throwing it, he can make the guys on the outside